Ah, there you are.
Okay. Wow.
There you are.
Oh,
It's like you're right
wow. Wow.
there. Long time no see.
Oh my goodness. It has been a very, very long time. Let me take my glasses off.
I took mine off too.
But then I can't see you. I can't see a thing.
I know what you mean. I know exactly what you mean. You look
Oh my
great.
God. I guess I have to put them on. Oh, well, thank you so much. I'm trying to do my best. What can I say, Sophia? You know, wow, wow. So I'm trying to think the last time I saw you was at Spago's, and I guess I have to call up the image to see what year that was. It seems like so long ago in a way.
It was so long ago. When was it? Was it?
I'm going to see, because I know I have the image somewhere. Let me just type in Spago's and see.
There you go. Yeah, I'm sorry. I should know that.
Here. Look, is this you? Wait a minute. I have 3. This is incredible. Oh, my favorite picture. I'm going to call these up so you can see.
Okay, let me see.
This is, it says 2007.
Yeah, that sounds about right. 2007.
That sounds about right. So that's 13 years ago.
Wow.
I'm going to call up these pictures. Look and see. Look at you there.
Wow, look at that.
Look at that. And then my favorite picture.
Ooh. Wow.
Wow. Isn't it so apropos for today, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Oh my gosh. You know,
wow.
What was it? Did I actually have a mask on? No.
No, that's the billfold.
That's right. Okay. That's right.
Wow.
Yeah. It looks like a mask.
It does look like, that's what I'm saying. It looks so apropos for today. Wow. Well, listen, 13 years. I don't know. It seems, you know, time is surreal. What does 13 years mean, actually? I don't even know what 13 years means.
I agree. Time, you know, especially with computers and technology, it's like we can go back in time. Look, we just went back 13 years.
We just went back 13 years. Boom.
Right. Yeah. And you're still creating art. You are still creating. That is pretty awesome.
Yes. Let me see if I could find this other picture. This is going to be fun because I'm sitting in front of my computer and I have called in on my cell phone. So I can look at pictures or call them up and I can just show them to you, you know?
Great.
This is so interesting about time. Time is, you know, I use time as a design element, I believe. Isn't it interesting? You know, they say form, composition, color, and time. Time is very interesting as a creative tool to use. And, you know, most of my work is autobiographical, I suppose, you could say. And yeah, I'm still doing it. And I'm so sorry that I did not see you when I did the Grammy Award.
Well, but you came out to
2015. I came out to LA and I was the official artist of the Grammys.
That's fantastic.
On the red carpet, and I created the one-of-a-kind Grammy sculpture. And I said to them, if I do it, you're never going to be able to do it again. I'm telling you. And they went, what do you mean? You know, next year, someone else. I said, no, it's over. It's finished. If I do it, it's done.
There you go.
And that's kind of like what happened.
Oh, no. But
yeah.
But you were there. Do you have a poster of the image?
Yes.
I would love to see it. Can we see it? Ah, look at that. That's beautiful.
That's at the Recording Academy in Santa Monica.
That is a great image.
Sitting there for 2 years.
Wow. And you did it.
And I did it. Incredible. Really incredible.
That is amazing. That's really beautiful too.
I want to show you. I'm going to show you. So it moved to it moved from Los Angeles. It moved to New Jersey.
Okay.
To the Grammy Experience, and this is what it looks like there.
Oh wow!
Right in the middle of the room.
That's perfect.
Perfect, right? And here's I see. I was going to say that looks like Little Richard, but I think it's Ella Fitzgerald.
That looks gorgeous.
I can't tell. And then, you know, the picture of me on the red carpet. This is, of course, my favorite. So let me share that. Let's share that. Hold on. Where is it? Where am I? Wait, here.
Ah, look at you. Your hair slicked back. I like it.
Yes, well, this is called a man bun, which is only allowed in Los Angeles. You can't wear it anywhere else on the planet.
You look great.
Thank you so much. You know, so I made the tuxedo to match the statue, the colors and everything. This is like part of the statue over here in my.
Brilliant. Very nice. I like it.
And then the car, of course, that I drove up with.
Yes, I would love to see a picture of that.
I created that for Art Basel at Fisher Island, and there it is. It was shipped out to me. Can you see?
Wow. Yeah, I remember seeing that.
Yeah, the Rentec SL65 V12.
Nice. So where's the car now?
The car is with the people who commissioned it in Jupiter, Florida.
Okay. Now you're in Florida, right?
I am in Florida, but I got to tell you that it's getting a little crazy here, and I may be leaving for the summer. Let's say that.
Okay.
Because they had 9,000 coronavirus cases today.
Today.
And they had 5,000 yesterday and 5,000 the day before, and it's you know, it's to be taken seriously. And my cousin in New York died of coronavirus. She was on a ventilator for 55 days with a breathing tube down her throat, and she was in a coma, and it was tragic. And it's tragic because, thank you. It's tragic because I was at the New York Toy Fair because I created this art cube, which I actually...
I would love to see it.
This, don't tell anybody, but this is, I haven't released it, but this is the special edition. I don't know if you can see it, the box.
Oh, okay. Yes, I can see it.
It's a special edition 4-pack, and inside are these cubes. And you take it out, and can you see, by the way?
Yes,
or am I...
it's a little backlit, but...
It's a little backlit.
Yeah, I can see the reds, and it opens up.
So it opens up, and it becomes a puzzle.
I love it.
And it has 70 different shapes that you can make.
I want one. Where did I get one from? You said they're not released yet?
Well, they are released. There are single cubes. This is a limited edition box set that comes with a signed print and everything else. Otherwise, you find it online for $19.99.
That's it. Is it on your website?
It's not on my website. It's on the Shashibo website, which is spelled S-H-A-S-H-I-B-O. Shashibo.
Those are beautiful.
So, like I created these. There are 3 single cubes out there, which we sold out 20,000 at the New York Toy Fair.
Wow.
And we ordered another 60,000 for the demand, and then the coronavirus happened. So we've been in a little bit of a, I want to say a holding pattern with the with the shipment, but the orders are like coming in like crazy. So anyway, you can order it for $19.99 from the Shashiba website, and there's 3 cubes that you can have for me. Or I could send you the link, actually. If I could find it, I'll send you the link.
Oh, I love it. I love the different colors. You have...
Yeah.
And can you put it back into a square, or is that hard to do?
Well, I would like to if I had my other hand.
Well, like the Rubik's Cube, once you mix it all up, can you
Yes, but it's better because the thing is with this, each cube is interactive with another cube. So the more cubes you have, the more creative fun you can get. And if you have like 4 cubes, you can make some really cool stuff. That's the idea. So the idea is to draw you in, so you put it back together again, and then you try using another cube, and you put that cube with another cube, and then you've got to have another cube, and then you become addicted. This is the plan.
Of course, you have to get the addiction going.
You have to get more. The addiction going.
Right?
Yes, definitely. You got to get more. Got to get more and more, and people have ordered like 12. And what's interesting is I am a very asymmetrical person, so... I'm not one for all this balance, but if you get the same cube 4 times, you make some symmetry that is just absolutely unbelievable.
Wow.
So it's really kind of a cool thing. So
what inspired you to make it?
My God, how long is our program? Because that's a very long story.
We can talk as long as you like.
As long as I'd like. Wow. Okay. So I will tell you, I was in the back of a car. And I was talking to a relative about magnets, because there are 32 different magnets in this thing. So we were in the car just talking about magnetism and healing and, I don't know, cancer and all this other stuff. And out of the blue, I get a call from a young lady who I knew when she was 15. She's now 40. And she said, I have a friend working on a project. I think you'd be perfect for this. And I haven't seen her in years. And she called me completely out of the blue. And I was driving to the airport in Boston to go back to Florida. And then I called the owner of the company. And I said, look, your friend just called me. I'm very interested. It sounds interesting. And the next thing I know, I said, where are you, by the way? And he gives me his address, and he happens to live less than a mile away from my house. That was like, absolutely, that's ridiculous. That's crazy. And anyway, from that phone call came these cubes, and came my trip to, and this was back in July, so it's almost like a year ago.
Not that long ago to develop something.
Not that long ago to launch something like this, but we got really right on it in September, and we made an agreement, whatever. And lo and behold, he says, look, I want you to come to the toy fair. You'd be perfect there. So he had a pretty good sized booth. Well, here's the other thing that's so unbelievable. So he had a booth at the Javits Center at the toy fair. And lo and behold, it was in the pavilion where I was the feature of the New York Auto Show, with 30,000 square feet of space for my art cars in 2013. I was back in the exact same place.
Oh, that's great. That is synchronicity right there.
That was just unbelievable. So I have to tell you, Sophia, that the thing is, the consciousness, like all these coincidences happen every day.
Yes.
And then when I was at the show, when I was meeting the other team members of the company, of which there were about 20, because there were like stilt walkers, there were poi players, and they produce all these crazy toys. And so they said, go around the room and introduce yourselves. And usually I give a long lecture of who I am, of course. And I said, look, my name is Laurence Gartel. I'm a digital artist, and I see 11:11 on my phone, on a clock, on whatever, all the time. Right. That's all I said. That's all I said. I want you to know that night we went to the top of the Empire State Building,
Mm-hmm.
and I met the inventor of this product. And he says, Gartel, we have to take a selfie together. I said, sure, go ahead. And he holds the phone. It's 11:11.
Oh, perfect. That's awesome.
And I said, my God, if this doesn't describe synchronicity about consciousness. So I've been on this rampage of talking about 11:11 to people. And once I tell you the story, you too are going to see 11:11. I can't describe. It's like a matrix.
It is.
Of consciousness.
It really is.
And then what happens when I see it, I type in 11:11 and I send it to as many.
Oh, I just lost you. I lost you. Laurence? Hello?
Someone just called me.
Okay.
Sorry for that little bleep. I'm trying one-handedly, meanwhile, to put it back together.
It's a two-handed game.
I guess it is. I guess it is. So anyway, that's kind of like the latest, but there's much more, except that coronavirus has really stifled a lot of production in a lot of products that I'm creating, and they're all over in Europe. Everything is in Scandinavia, in Europe, in Italy, in Sweden, Switzerland, Germany.
Yeah. So what, are you creating art that you're talking about? Or?
Well, I'm creating products. Let's say that. I don't like to talk until I have it in my hand.
Right. Okay, well, let's go. There you go. Now, what I like about that, with the colors that you have there, it all looks like, the colors of the chakras. Then you can get into some sacred geometry there. It seems like, so that seems like 100%. A really cool thing to have. Yeah.
It's a wonderful thing to have because I don't know. It's all part of this 11:11 consciousness. I don't know what, so
that's the key word, being conscious, being aware, paying attention.
Yes.
Consciousness is definitely a good thing. You're starting to wake up and just be mindful of what's happening in the world.
Yes.
So, and, with grace and ease, I always like to think.
Well, I'll tell you something interesting. So I had a crystal the other day, and I was holding it in my hand, and I said, I'm going to go to sleep with this. And I said, help me God, this is true. I took the crystal, I put it on the side of my bed, and the Dalai Lama started talking. I was listening to the Dalai Lama, and I went to sleep after 2 hours. I just passed out. I couldn't, I was like receiving all this stuff.
Yes, that's beautiful. What kind of crystal were you holding?
It's a pink crystal, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, a little rose quartz.
Yes.
Opens the heart, Good. Getting some heart love there.
My heart's always open, I think.
Good. Well, see, that's why you're able to hear the Dalai Lama, because you're open.
I guess so. Yes. Right? Oh my God.
So what did he say? Do you remember?
Well, it's to have compassion.
Yes.
That's the most important thing. It's key. It's like, you have to have that consciousness is caringness, and that's what I'd say, compassion, and all this I, it really should be about us, and that's a big thing too, because we're always about us, and of course as an artist, it's not like I turned it off like 9 to 5 and shut off, and then it's like my time. It's my time all the time, and it's my time to grow, to learn, to listen, to speak. And, here's another thing. I mean, if I was something else, and this is not to put anybody down or anything, could I even talk to you 13 years later on the same plane that I spoke to you then as now? I don't think so. I think you have to have that compassion. You have to have that art. You have to be an artist. I'm learning that it's a very different breed of person. It's a very different existence to be an artist.
Well, you're a creator. That's what I have to
say.
You're in the state of allowing. As an artist, you are a creator, so you have to leave yourself open to receive. So it becomes like this whole flow. same thing with writing or acting or anything creative,
all
anything
arts,
where you're
all arts,
all
yes,
arts.
yes, all arts, yes.
So, and it does require discipline, to take care of yourself so that you do maintain that openness of receiving and in that flow. I mean, I'm sure there have been times when you felt like you've been stuck or there's been some sort of like obstacle where you're not in, because when you're in that flow and just like magic seems to happen, time disappears, and you're just, before you know it, you have all this product and you're like, wow, how does this happen?
How does it happen that I turned, 60 years old? I mean, this is really the strangeness of it all. I've been sitting in the same chair for 45 years.
The same chair.
Well, more or less.
You travel around the world, Laurence. You're you don't say that. It's like, when are you ever just home in one place? I mean, this is probably the longest time you've ever been in one place.
You're absolutely right. No, you're absolutely right.
Yes.
You're absolutely right. I came back from New York and I had a project because I didn't speak yet about the art that I created for the new Seminole Hard Rock Guitar Hotel, where my art is in the lobby, where I honored the legends of rock and roll in 4 panels, 4 giant metal panels of strings, vocals, percussion, and what's the 4th one? Strings, percussion, keyboards. So I have this collage, and that was in November. And of course, November, December, January, February, March. That's it. It was like, it was up for, it's in it's permanent. They commissioned it. It's in the lobby. But, they had to close after 4 months of, they've been working on this for several years. They opened and they had to close. So I guess they're kind of reopening now. I haven't been there, but so they commissioned me to do something else, which is even bigger.
Oh my God, that's great.
I went to see it and I said, oh my God, this is going to be like, this is really going to be awesome. And it's on hold.
For now.
Till further notice. But Sophia, the idea is at the Hard Rock Guitar Hotel, they put, and I'm going to send it to you if you haven't seen it, they made a plaque larger than Elvis Presley and Jimi Hendrix for me. I swear to God, it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. My name and how they talk about me in this plaque. I mean, like if I died tomorrow, it'd be perfectly fine. It's there. It's unvable that they could talk about someone living in this way. It's incredible. It humbles me greatly. So,
well, congratulations. That's beautiful.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
Well, I look forward to seeing it. And when things are open again and people can start flying again with ease, I'm there.
Oh, my God. I wish you would. I'd love you to come and see it. I'd love you to
fantastic.
Come. Yeah, so last I left off with you, there was like a new arts area that you were sort of championing at the time. That's what I remember.
13 years. A lot happens in 13 years. My God. I wrote about you for Artillery magazine. I remember that. And
yes.
Yes.
I totally yes. Is that what that was for?
Artillery magazine is still kicking. It's still going strong. I don't write for them anymore. So I had my own art gallery for a while, and I kind of left the art scene to pursue acting. I got into a whole different realm of art, and then I started writing. So I did, yeah. There was a little shakedown with my art gallery, so I thought, you know what, it's time to move on to something else.
Maybe this gallery was in this new neighborhood.
Yeah, the Miracle Mile Arts District.
Maybe that's where it was. That's kind of like where we left off.
Yeah, but so much has changed. I know Chinatown, did really great, and then it's kind of like, everything is like up and down, up and down. But with this whole thing, it's in a downswing. But I think artists are creating like mad right now. I hope anyway. But you just have to keep creating, keep being in that flow, no matter what happens.
No matter what happens. I don't find this to be a detriment. I have a dear friend. He lives in the same building as I do here, and he's a master painter, And I said to him, you know, like what people don't really get is like we're monks. We sit by ourselves alone a lot. And we are comfortable being by ourselves, making work. So it really, this time doesn't really affect us. As a matter of fact, it probably enhances us because the world is quiet. And that's what we don't have all this extraneous stuff going on. And I don't own really, I have a TV for watching movies, but I don't watch the news. I have no idea what's going on. You know, I hear dribbles from, you know, like checking my mail and there's like a message, 9,000 corona, you know, like that. Otherwise, I have no idea. I'm not watching any local news or national news or
you know what? I don't either. I don't either. I figure it's for my own sanity, because you get sucked into that, then you can't get anything done. That blocks your flow of creativity. That's my opinion anyway. And unless you're willing to, unless you're in a position to really make significant change, doing you the best way you can is the best thing for everyone. Because you know, you're creative, and that, you know, puts off good vibes for your environment, and that spreads. And I like to think it brings good cheer all around just by you know, having a good, pleasant sense of self and just feeling good. It's like people need, and I think that's what keeps people healthy, when they are feeling good about themselves and they're in a happy, healthy environment. I think that really wards off stuff.
Well, it surely does for creative people. Again, I can't speak for the rest of the world. I don't understand what makes them tick outside of, I took a class in college in symbiotics, and it was all about hidden persuasion in advertising. And, you know, everything is made so that like the emblem of BMW, you're rewarded with this or that, or you think you need objects to feel good about yourself or whatever they're selling you. And I think that's why I guess I tend to lean towards the Dalai Lama, because I don't need any of that shit anymore. I don't need all that to make me me. I'm just me. I'm just the creator. That's it.
Right. And that's the thing that's so beautiful. Can you imagine if people were just able to say, hey, this is me. This is who I am. And I don't give a shit if you like it or not. Wouldn't that be amazing?
I don't know. Yes, it would. Of course. Yes, by all means. But there's so much extraneous stuff, and people feel like they need a bigger car, a bigger house, a bigger whatever it is.
They need more artwork. They need bigger artwork.
Thank you so much. Well, they need bigger artwork more than they need anything.
Right.
That's what gives them their spirit.
The sense of adventure, and they tune into that world and enter the different parallel universe through art.
Listen, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to take a little walk in my hallway now.
Let's check it out. Yeah.
Okay. So I have a big giant loft is what I have.
Oh, nice. Okay. Oh, lots of cool.
Lots of stuff. But we're going out to and here's my favorite person. She doesn't ask for dinner, no conversation, nothing. Sits quietly. Perfect. Let me show you this. Okay, we're going in the hallway.
Okay, great.
The light goes on and off.
Nice.
Let's see. Okay. So I have a whole bunch of things. So can you see this poster from Russia?
That's beautiful.
So that's from Russia. This is from Germany.
Very cool. I like that.
This was from Marlboro Classic 1989. It's only, 31 years ago. Made on the Amiga computer for the Marlboro Classic race in Puerto Rico.
Nice.
Let me see if the light, it's a what do you call it? It's a motion light. Okay. Catamount Arts, the 40th anniversary in Vermont. Here's the Jacob Javits Center poster. This is from Venezuela, Caracas exhibition. This is something I'm very excited about to talk about, because this is the new installation for the Richard Branson Virgin Miami Central Rail Station in Miami.
Nice.
Right?
That's good. Very cool.
Delight. This is just recently, before all the crap went down. This was for the 250th anniversary of Beethoven for the South Florida Symphony Orchestra.
Nice.
Very cool.
Now, you are considered the father of digital art.
Yes, you reported that 13 years ago, and it still stands.
Still stands. There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
This is for Japan, 2014. Talk about sitting in the same chair. Here's Istanbul in 2014 exhibition. Nice. You know, I went to India to make a Bollywood film for Universal.
And that is so cool.
Poster. This was in Cleveland, Ohio. Back up here, last May at the art fair in Bari in Italy. And if you can see this, the face in Bremen, Germany. Sorry, I'm trying to get the light. Here, the Contini factory in Venice. This is my aunt. This is, unfortunately, this is my Aunt Ruth, whose daughter Melody just passed.
Oh,
but
wow.
This is the show at the Frankfurt America House in Germany. Again, the South Florida Symphony. And this is the limited edition print for the 57th Grammy. Very rare.
Nice.
Rare piece. Above is for another exhibition in Italy, 2019. This is all like last year. This is Design Electronica for the Museum of Discovery and Science, 1993. And above it is the 30th anniversary of punk rock, 2006. So I just came to see you the year after.
Right. Like, wow.
2007. Time is just so weird. Here's the Naples International Film Festival, Naples, Florida, that is, on the other coast, 2009. And Italy again, Pesaro, Italy. This is like a little exhibition here.
I love it. This is fantastic.
All the posters. Here's for the Monaco International Film Festival. Check out the date. I was supposed to go. February 21st to the 24th, 2020. And they were honoring Asian films.
Wow.
This is February. I went to New York to the toy fair instead, because I said, you know, I don't feel good about this. It was like, you know, little bubbles of what Corona was, you know? So I said, I don't know. I'll make the poster, but I don't know if I'm going to go.
Well, so, good call.
Good call. Nouveau Japonica, the Japanese series Nouveau Japonica 2, because the first one was 1989.
Wow.
This is for the Generative Art Conference in Rome, 2014. Above it, Tobacco Road, which is the oldest entertainment venue in Miami or Florida for that. It was 100 years old. They knocked it down to build like some building or something. Okay, I'm going to take you. We're going to take a little walk now.
Okay.
We're going outside.
Okay. So I'm just curious, what kind of software do you use now?
Oh, I'm losing. No, I can't go outside. I'm going to lose the signal if I go out. That sucks. If I called you, I could take you outside. But on a Zoom call, I can't, because I can't go too far from the internet.
Yeah, and I don't want to lose you here, so.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So, anyway. So what else can I tell you, Sophia?
So what kind? So you've been doing this for so long. You've used different kinds of software throughout the years. What kind are you using now?
Well, it's interesting because when I went to India to make the Bollywood film, I had my own custom software written for me. Mm-hmm. And Adobe's tried to buy it 3 times, and I refused to sell it.
Good. Okay.
So people say, well, everything has its price. And I said, well, that may be true. I guess they haven't come to that price yet. So, $5 million is not going to get me excited. I'm sorry. So I'm waiting for a real good number, then I may consider it. But prior to that, it's just not, that's not going to change my life at all. So I have my own custom software. And with that software, I'm able to do things that nobody else can do. That's a fact.
That is true. Nice. Well, that's what keeps you the daddy of the digital art.
That's the big daddy. That's right. That's right. Oh man, you're so right. You're so right. Yes. Yes, that's true. That's true.
That's exciting.
So I'm just I'm working on some things. I'm waiting for factories to come back to life so that products could be made, and that's really it, I have to say. It's summertime, so I'm probably going to get out of Dodge very, very soon, and get some new inspiration elsewhere. But I will, I'm going to let everyone know where I'm going. Well, out of here to the mountains, let's say that.
That sounds
very hard to get out of Florida, It's such a big state, up and down, and there's nothing to the, there's water, there's the ocean, it's peninsula. It's hard to get out of here.
Right.
So you have to drive a good distance in order to get out of here. So that's my plan.
Now you have a motorcycle, right?
I don't. Well, I should say this. I don't have anymore. I have several cars, and I wanted to bring you downstairs. Maybe that'll be a part 2, Sophia.
Okay, that would be good.
And I could show you, because I have a couple of cars downstairs that I'd like to show you that are art cars.
Ooh, that sounds exciting.
So that's what I want to do. But I got to the door, and I was losing the signal, I noticed. So
okay, the building.
The building. Yeah. So anyway, I just had an article written in Australia, and I had another cover of a magazine in Ireland, and I just keep going. There's nothing's different. Minus like an extracted tooth, perhaps. Nothing's really, a little grayer maybe, my hair a little longer. That's about it. There's nothing, no change.
Well, just keep creating, just stay in the flow and keep going. Yeah.
Yes.
That's awesome. It's not, just constantly be inspired. And that's important.
Well, I say it like this. When I was 15, I took a little pill, and it got enlarged in my spinal tap, and I have been tripping ever since. So I have to say that the good fortune of doing that one simple little act has kept me going for the last 50 years.
Wow.
I think that summarizes it all, kind of.
Can I ask what kind of pill that was?
Yeah.
What was it? What was the pill?
Yeah, I took this little orange sunshine pill.
Okay.
And the world looks like magenta to me at all times.
Okay.
And that's what I see. I see these electric colors.
Nice.
And I think I go through dimension all the time. And I'm not really of physical being, I don't think. I'm more in the spiritual realm.
Nice. I like that.
I think I could say that, Sophia.
Wow.
And I'm more tapped into it now than I was when I saw you last. Let me say that.
A lot shifted since then.
A lot shifted.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot should shift in 13 years.
It
I say that I'm exactly the same. I keep saying I'm exactly the same, but how could I really be the same? I can't be the same. Hopefully we grow all throughout our journey, right?
Always. Exactly.
But you look fabulous. You look, your hair is longer.
Much longer. I know.
But you look great. You look the same to me.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, you look the same. You look the same.
Oh, definitely not the same person, though.
No, of course not. No, of course not. No, of course not. Of course you're not. But,
these life experiences, they make us change.
They make us change. Yeah, they sure do. Wow. That's another book that needs to be written.
Right.
It's definitely another book that needs to be written. I need a biography, and every time I start to write it, I stop. And,
why?
And I don't know. I don't know. I need to start to finish. So I'm hoping that my time away from my regular life will allow me to, from start to finish and finish this mission of getting this book done, this autobiography.
Now you have kids, right?
I do have kids, and they grew up.
How many kids do you have?
2 that I know of. I haven't won the lottery yet. I'm sure if I win, I'll find more. But they're 34 and 27. A 34-year-old girl who is a mother now. And that makes me a grandfather. How could I possibly be a grandfather? Yeah, that's so strange.
How awesome. That's so cool.
So,
well, maybe one of your kids.
Child, right?
I do. She's 21 now.
20. Yes, I was going to say, because she had to be like a little kid. We had to make her dinner first, I remember. She was there. We had dinner. We had to make her dinner first, and then that's what I remember.
Yeah. And I made you. Yeah, she's 21. Yeah, she loves to sing. In fact, she's been making jewelry. She made me this necklace. I don't know if you can see it or not, but
can you pick up the? Yeah.
I'll just put my chest in the camera there.
That's okay.
That's okay. But she's been she's been making jewelry and selling jewelry. So she's got the artistic bug too, and being very creative.
Isn't that great?
I know, I love it. So
isn't that great? Like the apple doesn't fall far from the tree, right?
So are your kids into art?
Well, my daughter is her title is the world's greatest creative hair colorist.
Oh,
so
that is important. You gotta have it.
She won in Las Vegas from over I don't know how many entries and 50 countries. She won.
Nice.
And they didn't mention her name the entire time, and I was watching it live because it was a live telecast, and they don't mention her at all. And I'm like, oh my God, this is dreadful. Until the very end when they said, and now for the winner of the, they had all these little prizes, little things, best this, best that, best this, thank you very much. And then all of a sudden, the grand prize, the winner of the entire thing, went to my daughter.
Oh, so congratulations!
She's really, really super, very talented, and she was like playing with Barbies when she was a kid. So she had like 100 Barbie dolls, and I guess that was her calling. She wanted to play with hair, and that's what she did, and that's what she does, and she's been doing it now for as long as I can remember.
Has she ever wanted to do your hair? It's like, hey, Dad, let me do something with your hair.
I'll tell you the funny story about that. I was her first guinea pig once, and she said, I want to try this on you. This is 2008. And so she put black in my hair, and I said, how long is this going to be? She goes, oh, it'll wash out after 6 weeks. Well, after 6 months, it never washed out. And there was like black, like it was so awful. It was unbelievable. So she has never, again, worked on her father's hair.
Well, so that was very kind of you.
Her brother was in the same field. He went in, he did the same thing. And he got kind of tired of people telling him what to do and how to do it. And he quit. And he opened up his own store. And he's involved with limited edition sneakers and vintage clothing.
Good for him. That's great.
And of course, you know, like, with everything going on because of the rioting and this and that, he had to like take everything out of the store, and they closed it for like a month, and he just reopened again. So
oh, good. I'm glad he was able to reopen. That's good.
He reopened. So I guess everyone finds their path.
They have to. Well, hopefully they do. Well, you found yours. Yeah.
You know, my favorite story, Sophia, I used to tell people, you know, I crawled out of my crib and I outlined my sleeping mother in lipstick. and I was 2 years old. But I've since changed my story. And I tell people, the truth of the matter is, when I was in my mother's belly, I was painting and drawing with my own fluid. Before I was even realized.
There you go.
So I was an artist before birth.
It's in your DNA.
Yes, and I'm thinking now more so that I think, honestly, that it's past life regression, like an unfinished thing. I always thought I was Jackson Pollock because he died in the year I was born.
Huh, that's an idea.
Yeah, so it's possible.
Have you ever had a past life regression?
Well, I always felt it. I mean, I never had a session with anyone per se.
Would you be interested? Would you be interested in having one?
Yes, I would.
Okay, well, I can hook you up with someone.
Really?
Yeah, I can, and I think you can even do it online.
Oh my word!
Yeah.
Okay.
So that could be
okay. I would
right?
definitely be. I would be open to that.
All right, cool. Yeah, it's a great experience. It's really interesting.
Well, it's interesting that I even mentioned it to you. That's coming apropos of nothing. So that's really interesting, huh?
It's really interesting. Well, you never know. You just, I figured be open to everything and see what you can learn and cultivate it.
Yeah.
Right?
No, that's wonderful. I would definitely be open to that sort of thing. I have so many, oh my God. I have so many stories. I have a story that when I came back from India in 2005, which I can't really believe that was before I met you, before we had our, for artillery. I came to LA and I met these people at the bar at the Beverly Hills Hotel. Mm-hmm. And this lady said, come back to my house. And I never left for like 4 days.
Wow.
And she had like a roommate, and he like said, oh, hi, how are you? And I said, oh, fine, all this. And like hours later, he said, you're still here? I said, yeah. The lady went to bed. So he says, well, and I started talking to him. He goes, well, listen, it's so late. It's 4 o'clock in the morning. 4:30, why don't you crash? And I said, okay. And I fell asleep on the couch, and the lady woke up and said, oh, you're still here. Everyone kept saying, you're still here? I said, yeah, I'm still here. Anyway, to make a long story short, she invited like this guru to come to the house. And he came to the house, and he was like telling me all this stuff. And she goes, you know what? He has a TV show. I'm bringing you on. I said, really? So we went on the TV show, and he gave me a list of things that he wanted me to answer. I said, I'm not fucking answering like this. I'm giving you my honest answer.
Love it.
And he was like livid about this. And he lived in the hills, and he was like, you know, probably like 50 years old. He had like a 20-year-old girlfriend and taking her money. And it was like it was such a great LA story. It was fabulous, you know? Anyway, so then she had a television show, and she said, you know what? Instead of having him, I'm going to have you. You're going to be the interviewer. And then I interviewed him, and oh my God, it was so crazy. I like exposed all his lies. And he was talking about like mirrors and like dualities of life. And we went back to her house, and he said, I want you to lay down. I'm going to put mirrors all over you, and you're going to tell me who you see. I said, okay. And he said, did you see Jesus? Did you see Buddha? Did you see, you know, Muhammad? I said, no, I didn't see any of those guys. You know, well, who did you see? And I said, I saw myself.
Beautiful.
He was like, oh! He couldn't take it, and he ran out. He ran out of the house. It was yet another day that I spent over there. It was like the craziest. So I wind up in these crazy situations, and I love it because that's how you grow.
And these would make excellent stories. So back to your biography, are you writing anything down, or?
Everything's written kind of ish, you know, in a way.
Yeah, just notes.
You know, these are just, you know.
You need a biographer.
I need a biographer. I need a definite biographer. And, you know, I tell people the story. I tell the story about, I guess that's why I feel so comfortable talking to you, because it's like, it was like, you know, like we were there. I discuss it all the time. I said, we went to Spago's, and then Wolfgang comes over, and I said, Wolfgang, he goes, how you doing? How's everything? And I said, how do you know I'm here? He goes, are you kidding me? The whole town knows you're here. Like, the whole town knows I'm here. I came to see Sophia. What kind of whole town? And he was so hospitable. And like, I don't know if that was a line, or I just believed him, or I was gullible, or yeah, sure, okay, everyone knows I'm here. But I will never forget that as long as I live. And I will not forget, Sophia, what I ate. I had the lobster club sandwich on walnut raisin bread with terra chips. Do you know that I remember that meal? Like I had it yesterday.
Wow. Was it that good?
That's true. It was that good. It was that memorable. I never had a lobster club sandwich in my life.
Wow.
With two vodka and cranberries before 11 o'clock in the morning. Wow. Absolutely. That was our time. That was unbelievable. And you picked me up at the airport.
That's awesome.
So great. So, awesome. You know, like when you have memories like that, and they're just they're living memories, that's how we could describe it. These are living memories.
Wow. Seems just like yesterday, doesn't it?
It does. That's why I look at that picture, I go, wow, yeah. You know, then is now, now is then, really, you know?
Right. Exactly. Wow.
Yeah.
That is so awesome.
Anyway. So part 2 of this, we'll have to sort of figure out how we can go downstairs, and I can show you the cars. I want to figure that out, and let's do a session 2, okay?
On cars, definitely. And okay, what's the largest car you've painted?
The largest car?
Yeah, the most outrageously large car.
Well, it had to be the 1959 Cadillac limousine.
Wow.
That's probably the longest car there is.
Wow.
Yeah, it's like 24 feet long, I think.
That's awesome.
Yeah, no one's ever asked that question before, really? Like that. What's the largest car you've ever? Well, they would say, what car, like, you know, do you like the best, or what car inspires you, or I don't know. No one ever asked me what the largest car was, but that was, and it's themed in 1959. So it's themed in Tiki and the astronauts and the Hawaii became a state, and all sorts of things are on that car, all about 1959.
That's quite a year. That's quite a year. It's like, wow. All right, so when do you want to do part 2?
I want to give a test as to how I can do that. Do we have to do it Zoom, or can we do it through another? I got to figure out what works so that I can take the where we can FaceTime or something where I can go to the street. Give me a day. Give me like a few hours to figure that out. I'll tell you tomorrow. How's that?
Okay, that sounds good.
All right.
Anything is possible. I like to believe that. So there's always a way.
You're fabulous.
So are you. It was so great talking to you, Laurence. Thank you so much.
A virtual kiss.
A virtual hug, too. All right.
Hug, too.
Talk to you soon.
Okay.
Ciao.
Bye.